we're back.
Woo!
Where were we?
Spoilers version.
I can't
don't
believe
think we're
we're gonna
back.
remember
Wait,
everything
remember.
from this movie.
Put your
Like,
stress
on.
Stress. This is the
Remember.
spoiler version.
This version of this review is full of spoilers.
It will
Full
come
of
out
spoilers.
a little bit later.
Darth Vader is Luke's father. Yoda trained.
Those
I
are
don't
not
know.
funny jokes.
They're not.
Yeah, they're
No.
not.
They're never. But
Now,
And
Rey is an evil twin that is not really her in the trailer.
Also
we're not
not a
going to
funny
go into
joke.
theory. Anyways,
So, this is a spoiler review of It Chapter 2. We just got out of the theater and watched it. Last week we put up a non-spoilery version. So this one, we're going to ruin it for people if you haven't seen it. So you have been warned.
Now I have to wait a full
Yeah,
7
don't-
days of
yeah.
Yes.
Don't gripe.
Yes, you do.
Don't watch this video and then gripe
So,
at the end and say.
First
they
things
spoiled the
first. We're not going to cover over did we like it, did we hate it, because we covered that in the first video. Go watch that one instead. What we're going to cover here is just why it didn't work, what was left out, what did we not like. So let's start with Michael.
Like I said before, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I did not find it scary. There were a
Just did
few.
what you said you're not going to do.
No, I said we weren't going to say whether we liked it or not.
That's what
I said
Anyways, I didn't find it scary. It was more of a thriller. It had some jump scares. It was fun.
you didn't spoil a single thing in your part.
I know he's saying the same thing for the first.
So here's how you do a spoiler review. This movie sucked.
All right,
was
so they
awful.
killed it by like crushing his heart.
There was no mention of Beverly's husband after she hit him and left. There was no mention of Bill's wife after you see her one scene and that's it. Then at the very end of the movie, Beverly's with Bill, and how did that end up?
Because he quoted lines.
You see very little of
was with
Henry.
No, Beverly was not with Bill.
No, I mean not Bill. She was with Ben.
Ben.
She was with Ben at the end of the movie. You see very little of any of the build as to what's going on there. Why did she leave her husband? Why did all this happen? I don't remember in the book Richie being gay, which not necessarily a bad thing, but
They're going with times.
you know,
It doesn't change anything. At least, having not
There
read the books,
is-
or it doesn't.
the ending where Bill fought the giant space creature isn't in this at all. It's just a CGI mess where Pennywise is running around as a spider crab thing.
But then
I
I've come to expect that.
hated
I come to
every
expect
bit of
that
this
every
movie.
movie I watch is just going to be a CGI mess.
The CG
because
was-
Hollywood does not understand.
You know what? CG's fine. This CG was terrible.
It reminded me.
Hollywood does not understand subtle. The CG needs to be subtle.
This CG
So-
was awful. I've seen movies with good CG in them.
Has
This
anyone
is
seen
not it.
the second Mummy with the
Yes.
Rock in it? That's what it reminded me of.
That CG was terrible too.
Yeah.
And this CG was
you
just as
almost
bad.
should have.
Let's
At
let
the
some say
end,
words.
with it dancing around as a spider, he should have been singing "I'm So Shiny" like from Moana.
I'm so
I think that would be
shiny.
great. That's what we should do. You should edit that.
Yeah, right.
Like right here when we mention that,
Right now.
edit it in singing around "I'm So Shiny."
I'll probably throw this.
To stick with Holder, I do.
Oh, so
To go with what Holder was saying, I do think the ending was kind of blah. I think they could have done a better job of.
how does
His
you take
form.
on a cosmic demon killer and one person dies?
He feeds off your fear.
Well,
They took
in-
away his source of power.
In the book, one person dies as well. At least they kept that right. Eddie still died. But it was just, this was the biggest letdown in movies in a long time. And I went and saw The Last Jedi twice.
Okay,
It
now
was-
wait. I don't agree it was the biggest letdown. It was entertaining. I liked the throwback mentions, and I'm saying this obviously the first night the movie came out, so we'll find out if I'm right, but they referenced at one point Beverly, the actress, I can't remember her name.
Julie Chastain.
Yeah. She runs into a closet to grab some shoes, and she runs past a whole bunch of stilettos and pauses and then grabs the shoes. And I think they're referencing the Jurassic Park whole thing where why is she running around doing all this in stilettos? And of course you got Stephen King himself in the movie.
Stephen King was in the
I
movie.
thought that was awesome. There was another reference that I just
Stan
can't
Lee did
remember.
it first.
I really liked the fact that throughout the movie they continued to reference the fact that Bill can't write an ending because
Yes.
this was not
Yes.
a well-written ending at all.
You do have a point with that. The one thing that, and they even showed it in the trailers, was They kept alluding to the picture on the wall of like the actual person that looked like Pennywise. I really thought they were going to go somewhere with that.
You mean that, what, 10-second scene where Beverly
Pennywise
looks at it and
was
goes,
messing with Beverly?
Yeah.
and then the naked grandma goes running across the back of the kitchen?
The whole joining the circus, and then
Yeah, I
she
thought
looks at
they
the
were going to
painting.
show maybe some back
feels like
history
a-
to older Pennywise.
It feels
stuff
like a
that happened,
storyline that was maybe like started to develop, and then they
Exactly.
just wrote it off because of editing.
Well, but and
but
they
ran out of
went.
money.
Timeline got confused completely to me
that
because they
happens.
were sitting there and they were talking and but when Michael was showing Bill the whatever that was, the pot
Mhm.
or whatever, and he was showing it, made it seem like the meteor with Pennywise came down while the what was the
Indian
Indian the native tribe was there.
But he said millions.
And
of
then
years.
we get back down into the cave and whatever, and he says only a few billion years.
I thought he said million.
Yeah, a few million.
Million.
But I thought he was saying that like it crashed down in the 18th century.
At
that
one
what
point
he
they
said?
mentioned. At one point they mentioned that. The story of it crash landed into Earth, millions of years ago. Every
Okay.
27 years, and then he was slumbering. He didn't wake up until people showed up, and then every 27 years he wakes up, he feeds, and then goes back to sleep. And that's why Derry is a haunted town.
He was running away from
Kids
the Dark
miss.
Tower universe.
He has that's fact. He has it has a aura, I guess, that makes the parents and the adults in the town completely apathetic to what's going on. That's why you have the kids that are just running around and no one really cares what they're doing.
Oh, that's why that
Um,
one kid was just running around on his own.
Yeah,
Right.
the parents don't care. It's why Bill's father in the first one was, basically yelling at him about trying to find Georgie. They just don't care.
Yeah, they never really explained any of that in either one of the movies.
And I think the first one was good. It wasn't truly faithful to anything, and there's a part that it absolutely could not be faithful to. If you've read the book, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
If you haven't
Well,
read
they
the book, you
used- they
probably know
used-
what he's talking about.
They used the
They
terminology.
used the terminology.
They kept saying it.
They said the ritual of Chewed quite a few times. However,
It wasn't the
just,
real ritual chewed.
The ritual of Chewed was not lighting a fire and let's throw in some paper.
Oh, they
from
were lighting the fire,
past.
all right.
They were lighting fires. But I hated the movie.
I liked it.
Having nothing to
Okay.
compare it to, I thought it was okay.
So I thought Eddie's death was like completely predictable. Like if you saw the angle of they were covering it,
Mhm.
and his body was like in front of the screen the whole time.
It was that build up. You felt it.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the music and with him covering the
Cinematically.
whole screen, the angles and everything. Like everyone has seen this a million times. You knew like 2 seconds before he was gonna get like stabbed in the back and like
They went all Starship Troopers on him.
Yes, Starship Troopers. Exactly.
I think,
that was a good
I think
reference.
just hearing you talking about the Seven, lazy is the best term
Yes.
I can think of for
Yeah.
this movie. This movie was lazy.
How's a dramatic way to kill him? Well, there was that thing in Starship Troopers. Let's just do that with it.
Also, they did bring back the spider in a sense. It was a big giant spider, kind of, and I was seriously.
Well, it's the CGI mess that
I was just saying, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't believe. No, they didn't. Like it's good stuff though. I liked it.
Because you like CGI spiders.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying I loved the movie, but I liked it. I liked it.
His favorite
I
movie
liked
is Wild
it.
Wild West.
So, last go arounds. Anybody got anything else they want to add?
I thought it was interesting towards the end when they were trying to get through the illusion. What was the girl's name again?
Folk, bring it into the camera.
The girl's
Did
name.
y'all's movie theater have this?
Beverly, and then what was the other guy? The guy that liked her.
Which
Ben?
one, Ben or Bill?
Ben
liked her.
Yeah,
Bill.
Ben
was the one that
Ben ended
actually
up with
liked
her
her.
at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when she was stuck in the bathroom, and then he was like stuck in the pit or whatever, and like a sand was coming on him, like they kept yelling for each other, and they didn't hear each other, and then he said, "I love you," and then that was like really cheesy. That's the only
Cliche.
time that they hurt each other, and they're like,
Because it is a love story.
It's a love story.
Here you go. Let me
It is a
grab
love
your
story.
hand.
I will say that inflated it towards the end of it, like right before they crushed his heart, looked like a lot like the grandma off of Squidbillies.
Let's
And I got a little
all
chuckle out of
our
that.
buttholes
It did
and play
catch it.
It looked like the
mini
You're
grandma
not
from
wrong. You're
Squidbillies.
not
That was funny.
I really didn't care for that whole deflating. It's like they just kept saying you're a clown, and he deflated, but he's been a clown
it was
the whole time.
forced.
That goes back to the lazy writing. How do we make him?
Mhm.
How do we make
It's
this
better than
cosmic
a weird.
entity? And then they're just like, "Oh, you're a clown. You're a clown.
It's better
You're a
than the
clown.
weird
You're a
spider
clown."
thing.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have him
But-
repeat
but
"You're a
the whole
clown"
thing
for
is,
30 minutes.
Like, I understand movies cannot stick to their source material in most
They
cases.
reference that in the book, in the movie.
You
They
have-
literally say that in the movie.
Right. You have if you did, a lot of movies would just be drug out. They wouldn't be entertaining at all. This one didn't even try. So that's how I feel about it.
Like I said, the problem I saw with the ending was, they literally say, "Oh well, if you make him believe he's small and turn him something to be killed," but they really did nothing but tell him he was a clown, which was the whole damn thing that he was
They
the entire movie.
believed what they were saying,
But he's been a clown the whole movie.
Jason.
Am
No,
I right, Holder?
he was a
I mean,
badass.
It's like he's
You're a
clown.
tiny clown.
You're telling him
You're
he's
a tiny clown.
They didn't
You're
even
a
say tiny clown. They just told him he was a clown.
They told him it was a stupid clown, and then they used some colorful language because we have to in an R-rated movie.
They're saying
And
that
you're a tiny. You're a clown with a scared beating
How can
heart.
you say the F word?
They were
Right.
saying that
Let's call him an effing
he
clown.
was an awesome cosmic entity, the eater of worlds, and then they're like, "No, you're a clown."
But he's been a clown the whole movie.
I mean,
Okay. Did they ever show his actual true
The
form?
lights,
the lights. The three lights are
That
what
was
he
his.
is.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's his true form.
yeah.
Yes, 3 drones.
Gotcha.
I mean, I kind of like that one scene where Bill Hader's character comes out and gets caught looking at him with the
Yeah.
lights. And
It was awesome.
I kind of thought that was really.
Hey, you're.
That one, I actually enjoyed that part. I kind of chuckled. But
There were some decent scenes in this movie. There were some funny jokes. There were some entertaining parts to it. As a whole, this movie sucked.
It was a better comedy than a horror movie.
The crying
Just
was
about.
not good.
The crying was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
And the
terrible,
movie
terrible,
felt like it was
terrible.
never going to end, just like
Yeah.
this.
We literally thought at the end of the movie there was going to be an orgy.
Ricky wants to go home.
News
So-
spoiler for you. In the first movie, there is an orgy at the end,
Oh.
and it's all preteens
Wait, in the book.
in the book.
In the
Yeah,
book.
What?
In the book.
Not in the
Not-
movie.
not in the movie.
because
My bad. Not in the
No,
original.
y'all didn't.
I
miss
think it's
anything.
illegal to
the
film
ritual
that.
Chud. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a blood pact.
Mm.
No,
Oh.
no, they have a
It's
blood pact
It's-
afterward. But they also have some other blood and such. Yeah, we're gonna go
From
without
different
that.
Yeah.
places.
All right, so
Gotcha.
anyway,
Google it if you want to know. We're gonna
Right.
keep this
Yeah.
PG
It's,
as possible.
all of us are
Um,
tired. I think we're gonna call this.
We're changing the seating arrangement next time, guys. This is
No, we're not. I like the
unfair.
front seat.
No,
It's very comfortable. I
No,
have
it
air conditioner
costs
blowing.
It's my
on me.
truck.
Oh man.
we'll do it in my car.
There's one person in your car.
All right.
Look, the only car smaller
Okay,
than Ricky's
YouTube.
is a smart
Thanks,
car.
guys.
So, y'all have